Well, it was the time that was the Vietnam War, and everybody was still protesting against that. But it was kind of like an ongoing thing. It wasn't too dramatic. But then it was that was the Kent State was happened because of the announcement by Nixon of the invasion of Cambodia, and so there started being protests to that announcement. So the students were being very nonviolent. They didn't have any weapons or anything like that. They were just protesting the way students did at that time. You know, everybody was like peace and love and all that stuff. So I guess they were really close, and I don't think that there was any provocation, and I don't remember exactly what it was that caused the whoever was in charge of the National Guardsmen to fire, and why they had real bullets in their guns as opposed to rubber bullets. But they did, and 4 students were actually killed. And a number were injured, but it was a pretty dramatic overreaction on the part of the authorities to kids who were protesting against what they thought, and what many then came to think afterwards, was a whole involvement in a foreign war that the United States should not have been in, because of what happened at Kent State and the students being shot at and either injured or killed. Kids started protesting all over the place, and colleges were making all kinds of decisions. It was the end of the semester, so colleges were closing down because students were protesting because these National Guardsmen had shot at unarmed students who were only protesting the invasion and didn't have any weapons. Like I said, I was in Boston, and I lived in a dormitory on Commonwealth Avenue called West Campus, and it happened to be a little bit of a distance from where the classroom buildings were, and right next to, the football field, the BU football field was right there, but next to the BU football field was a National Guard, a National Guard armory. So BU was protesting in front of the armory, and lots of students, and it was interesting because when you were protesting, students are really way more political than I think they are now, and so they were, there was pretty dramatic. So you would have armbands, and you'd have placards, and not that they don't have that now, they do, but we had red armbands instead of black. We used to wear black armbands for a protest, but we had red ones because it was symbolic of the blood. And we were, I don't remember how many there were of us, but I remember being involved in this protest, and they started shooting tear gas at us. No, they let it happen for a while, and then they started shooting tear gas. I remember, I think, having a wet thing over my eyes, but I don't know where I got a wet thing, and I have no idea what happened afterwards. I know that everybody sort of ran, but I don't, and we were right by our dorm. I don't know if we ran to the dorm or I have no idea what happened. All I remember is having been tear gassed.